Hey guys, today I'm going to be opening and reviewing Joss's Beach Grill. It retails for $55 and it's from Joss Kendrick's collection, who's the girl of the year for 2020. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to click on the subscribe button down below and the notification bell in the corner so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I did just want to say a huge thank you to American Girl for gifting me this set so I'm able to open and review it on my channel. This video is a shopper's gift guide, so shoppers are able to see the overview of the set and the details of the different items so they can decide whether or not they'd like to purchase it. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the set. I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you're planning on purchasing it, so let's go ahead and open it up. The first item we'll be taking a look at is the grill. It's the main feature of the set, and what I love about this item is that it's so interactive. So first off, in case if you're wondering, it is made out of plastic material. It's a gorgeous red color. We have the American Girl star in the middle, but the reason why the set is interactive is because it looks like it cooks the food. It has a light that switches on and it makes it look like the grill is real, which is so awesome. It's so much like the kitchen set that they just recently released as well. In case if you're wondering, you can remove the grill on the top, and then we also have these. So these turn, and there's also a button on the side too. There are two different ways you can style the grill. There's a stand attached to the bottom of it, so you can have it laying down like so, which is really great for storage, or else you can open up the legs, and they open up on either side. So you have one side, and then the other side, and then you can stand it up. What I like about the grill is that there are also attachments you can add to the side of it, so you can add the drinks and the plates to it by not placing it directly on the grill itself. So I've already added it onto one side, and I just need to add it over onto the other side so it comes separate. And there's a clip so it easily stays like so. The set comes with 2 drinks and 2 plates. I've already added a plate and a drink on one side, and I'll add it over onto the other side as well. So the plates are exactly the same. You can see it's very brightly colored, and it suits Joss's collection as well, and it has a striped design on it. And then the other item is a drink, and it looks like some sort of lemonade or soft drink, and there's a pink straw as well. So now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the food items a part of the set. There's a total of 6 pieces. And there are 2 items of each option. So the first 2 items I'll be showing you are corn on the cobs, and there's a total of 2 of those. They look identical. I'll be adding one of the food items on the grill itself and the other one over to the side so we can see the difference as to what it looks like before you add it to the grill and after. And the next set of food items that I have here are some tamales. There's a total of 2, and you can see that they're connected together. So I've added one onto the grill and the other one over to the side. And the last 2 items that we have here are kabobs, and there's different food items within the kebab to make it look as realistic as possible. So I'm going to place one over to the side, and then I'm going to be adding the other one onto the grill, and I just might move the kebab over to the side just so I can close the lid. I have already added the batteries to the set, so we're going to try it out to see if it works. So now it's time to try out the feature. All I need to do is close the lid, and you can see the light starts to switch on as you close the lid, so you don't need to do anything, and I'm going to leave it for around 20 seconds to see how much it changes. It has been roughly around 20 seconds, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the grill lid up so we can see if it works. And you can definitely see that it has changed quite a bit with each of the set, and it makes it look like it has been in a grill. I do have the tongs here. There are a pair that are included in the set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick each item up with the tongs. I'm going to move them out of the way so we can compare the different options. Let's take a look at the first 2 food items. So we have the corn. This is the one that was added to the grill, and the one over on the other side was the one I left out on the plate, and you can see there is quite a difference between the 2. You can see the grill marks are on the top of this one, while this one doesn't have any. And if this food is styled the same as the one that's a part of the kitchen set, after a while it should start to fade, so you can repeat the process over and over again. So here we have the next 2 food options. The first one was the one added to the plate, and then this one was the one from the grill, and you can see that there are some slight differences, but it's not major compared to the corn. That one was definitely very obvious. This one was a lot harder to tell, so I would say this one didn't work as well as the original one. And the last 2 food options we have here are the tamales. There's a total of 2. This one was the one I added to the grill, and this one was the one I left out on the plate. You can still see the lines on the one that I added to the plate, but the one I added to the grill is definitely a lot more defined and clearer, and you can see that it looks like it has been cooked. So I would say the one that worked the best was definitely the corn, and then I would say the kebab was the one that worked the least, and then this one is somewhere in between. So as I said before, this interactive light feature is also part of the new American Girl kitchen set. So I have a few of the food items from that kitchen set and we're going to try it out to see if it works on the grill as well. So I have the pie that's from the kitchen set. There is a total of 3 different pieces. There's this half piece on the grill itself and then there's 2 quarter pieces. I'm going to be leaving the quarter pieces out so we can compare the half piece to see how much it does change. Of course, this won't be exactly the most realistic because a pie should have grill marks if it's added to the grill, but I thought it'd be interesting to see if the feature still works in the different sets. So it has been a while now and we're going to see if it works. I'm going to open up the lid to see how much it has changed. And you can definitely see that the pie has changed color. It looks like it has been cooked on the top and there's even some sections of the pie that looks like it has been burnt. If you compare the other 2 quarter pieces to it, you can see that there definitely is a major change between the 2 sets. So I think it is really great to know that if you have the different interactive features, you can mix and match the different food sets. Another interactive food item that's a part of the kitchen set is the pizza. There isn't an item that I can leave at to compare the before and after like a lot of the other sets, but I'll just add it into the grill. We'll wait for a while and then we'll see if there is any difference. So I think it is done. Let me go ahead and lift the lid up to see what it looks like, and it definitely has changed. That's not what it looked like when I originally added it to the grill, and it looks like it has been cooked. So now it's time to try out the food items from Joss's grill set in the American Girl kitchen oven. Of course, the grill marks are going to appear, but if you placed it in the oven, it wouldn't normally have the grill marks. It would just look like it has been cooked. And I'm just going to press the button and there is a timer. And then when the timer finishes, I can open it back up again. And let's go ahead and open the oven door up and you can see that the items have completely changed. There is a difference between the oven and the grill. When you put the food inside of the oven, you press the button to activate the light and then a timer starts and then there is a ding at the end so you know the timer is finished and the food is changed. And as for the grill, when you close the lid, the light automatically switches on so you don't need to worry about pressing a button or anything, and you just have to leave it in there for around 15 to 20 seconds for it to completely change. I'm going to show you a clear image of what the light looks like when the lid closes on the grill. So when you shut it slightly, it does start to switch on and you can see those lights are on the top. They're a purple blue color. There are lights throughout the grill, so you can have it either in the middle or you can have the food over to the side and it still should be able to work. And when the lid starts to close, the light goes directly onto the grill part of the set. I'm just going to add the food to see if it works even when it's not completely closed. And it does seem like the interactive feature is working even when I hold the lid like so because the light is still on top of it. Of course, to get the full effect, you should close the lid, but it's interesting to see that it works the other way as well. And here we have the food completely finished and the grill marks are on the top. Overall, I would definitely recommend this set. I love how interactive it is and the items are really realistic as well. This item also ties in perfectly with Joss's Volkswagen Surf Bus set. You can just have it over to the side, set up with all of the different features. Let's go ahead and open up another accessory set. This item was also gifted to me by American Girl. Hey guys, today I'm going to be opening and reviewing the American Girl kitchen set. It retails for $275 and it's from the Truly Me line from American Girl. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the set or whether or not you're planning on purchasing it. You might need to wait right up until the end of the review so you're able to see all the different features. So let me go ahead and remove all of the packaging so we can take a look at the set itself. I just removed the packaging from the set and the kitchen is separated into 2 different pieces. You have the island on one side and that has the sink and storage area, and then you have the main kitchen itself. You have the stove, the oven, and the refrigerator. So I'm going to be showing all of the different accessories while setting it up, so let's start off right at the top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this section over here. The handle is gold and the set itself is a lovely light purple color. I love the pastel theme, and then there's a small section to store some smaller items. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the flour and sugar. The first item is the flour. It has a gold lid on the top and it says flour written on the front. But what's interesting about the set is that the powder actually moves around to make it a little bit more realistic. And then the next item here is the sugar. It's in a blue container instead of a pink, and it's exactly the same. You can see the powder move around, and I'll just add it right next to it. So here we have the fridge open. We've got the door on one side, and then we have the shelving units on the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the attachment to the door so I can add in some condiments and some smaller items. So that's really easy to attach like so. The first item is the milk. It's 2% milk, and there's a handle on the side so it can be easily held onto. I'll add that over there. And then the other item is some maple syrup. You can see it's clear. And over on the front, it has the maple syrup logo, and there's a pink lid as well to match the milk. So I'll add that right next to the set. There are also some ice cubes a part of the set because there's an ice dispenser feature. There's a total of 2. They look so realistic, but I'm just going to add both of those in. And I will be showing you how the ice dispenser feature works later on in the video. But let's keep setting up the rest of the fridge first. And I'll just be adding some classic items that you do normally see in a fridge over on the top shelf. The first item we have are some eggs, and they're free-range eggs. There's a total of 6 in the set, and it says organic eggs. The container does open. You can see that they're all inside, but they're not removable. And I'll add that over on this side of the fridge. And the next item that we have here is cheese. And it's in a block that can go right at the back. And then the last item is some butter, and it looks like there are some slices on the side, and then the rest is all stuck together, and it comes on a pink tray, and then there's also a cover as well. And that can go right in the front. So let's add the second compartment to the fridge door, and it's the exact same as the one on the top, except it's located slightly lower. And the item that I'm going to be adding towards the front of the fridge is some ranch dressing. It's very lightweight, and it has a green lid on the top. And here we have some items for the middle section of the fridge. The first item is a box of bacon. It says fully cooked, and it's made out of a paper material. It is very lightweight, and over on the back there's a barcode, there's a photo, and it says naturally smoked and gluten-free, and I'll just be adding that over towards the back so we can add some items in the front. And the next item I'll be adding in is a pitcher of lemonade, and there's a handle so it can easily be held onto. And this will be the perfect item to go along with the ranch dressing, so I'll just open that compartment and I will add it in, and there's plenty of room to add more items too. So here we have the freezer. It's really easy to open and close. There's a gold handle on the top to match the fridge, and it completely removes from the fridge itself. So here we have a pizza box. It's wood-fired pizza, and it's Mediterranean. We have an overview of what the pizza looks like. This is what the back looks like. The box is really realistic, and there's a barcode in the corner. And then there's an ice pop maker as well. There's a stand, and it's easy to remove and attach. And then there's a small little piece on top of the ice pop, so it sticks in place, and you can remove it from the actual container itself. There's a total of 4 different flavors to choose from. So there's a yellow one, a pink one, there's also an orange one, and then finally a green one right in the corner there. And I'll just add those to the freezer, and they should be able to stay in place, and you should be able to close it as well. I'll close the freezer, and we have that finished. There is a small little shelving rack at the top here to display seasoning items like salt and pepper, so that's what I'm going to do. The first item we have here is pepper, and it's mainly silver. The next item is salt, and it's very similar to how the sugar and flour is styled. You can see that the powder does move around, and it's clear, so you can see what's inside. And we also have 2 more seasoning items. The first one is paprika, and that's in a red jar. So of course, that's the color of paprika. And then we also have some cinnamon as well. Those 2 are essentials to have in your pantry. I just need to add the second one like so. And I really love how there's multiple different hooks at the top here, so it's easy to display some cooking items, and they're easy to grab while cooking. So first off, there's measuring cups, and they're so pretty. There's so many different shades of blue. So it's darker at the bottom and it goes to a light blue. And what's interesting about these items is that the measurement is written on each handle, so you know which one is which. Just to make them as realistic as possible. So this is the 1 cup, you've got the half cup, the 3rd cup, and then the 1/4 cup as well. So that can go along there. But that is quite hard to hang, so I'm going to hang it like that because all of them kind of stick together. Up next, there are the measuring spoons. There's a total of 3. It's very similar to the blue ones, except they're pink, and you can see they're all different sizes. And what I'm going to do is I'll attach it right next to it. There's also a cheese grater, and there's a total of 4 different sides to choose from. Very realistic from the real cheese grater. That can go right at the end. And the next item that I'll be attaching is a whisk. It's a lovely peach color, and there's a small section on the top so it can be attached to the hook. And the last item is a spoon, which is essential for cooking. The pattern on the back of the kitchen is really pretty. There's purple and pink, but there's also gray and green as well, so it matches a lot of the accessories a part of the set, and it also matches the pastel purple that's used throughout the main kitchen itself. The stove is so interactive in the set because each one makes a different sound depending on what item you add. So the one at the front makes a sizzling sound for eggs. The one in the back makes a sizzling sound for bacon as well. This one makes a kettle noise, and then this one is for boiling water. So I'll show you all of the different sounds. First off, we have the fry pan. It's really pretty light pink color, and it has a gold handle. It's surprisingly quite heavy, but I think it's so that when you add it to the stove, it automatically makes the noise, because if it's too light and you add it, it won't make the noise. So let's add the egg in. The egg is just made out of a plastic material and it just looks like a classic fried egg. I'll add that in, and then here we have the spatula. It matches the pink fry pan, which I love, and I'll just place that so that is on top, and I'll add that to the front. And you can hear that that is a sizzling noise. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to switch it, and I'll add the bacon, and the bacon is made out of plastic material again, and I'll add that to the fry pan, and we'll put that to the back. And you can hear that they both sizzle and they sound similar, but they do sound slightly different. So you can hear one is meant to be for bacon and then the other one is meant to be for eggs. So the other two are interesting. This one in the front is for the kettle. And it's so cool because it actually sounds like a kettle, which is so great. And then there's a handle on the top and it's a mint green color. And then the last item is for boiling water. So I have the pot. So it's so great how there's a total of 4 different sounds, and I really love how they're all different, and you can style it however you'd like. And right below the stove, there's a total of 4 different switches, and they all rotate, but they don't activate any features. But the button in the middle does activate the color changing feature on the oven, so let's take a look at that. So the oven is a gorgeous teal color, and then there's a handle on the top, so it's easy to open and close. It is surprisingly very easy to open and close. And then there's a small little rack at the top, which is removable, and you can adjust it to the second row as well if you want, so you don't have to have it right at the top. I'll leave it over in the second row just to give it more room, and then we also have this bottom section as well. So there's a total of 2 interactive pieces that are for the oven. The first one is the pizza. And I showed the pizza box previously, and it came separate from the box. You didn't have to take it out or anything. And then there's also a tray, so it's easy to carry, and there's handles on either side. And then we also have the pie as well, and that comes in a container itself. It matches a lot of the other items in the set. There's a half piece, and then there's 2 quarter pieces, and they are removable. And you can see that they're a very bright yellow color. And you can see the topping looks really delicious as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this one to the top, and this pizza item to the bottom. I'm going to close this and I'm going to press this button on. And you can see that there's a timer and it becomes a light blue color if you can see that. And what it does is it looks like it cooks it, and then when the timer goes off, you can take it out of the oven and it looks like it has been cooked. So that didn't take very long at all, so I'm going to remove the pie from the oven. And you can see it looks like it has been cooked. It completely changes. That's so awesome. And here we have a photo showing a comparison of what half the pie looks like before you add it to the oven and after. And as you can see, there is a major difference. That's so interesting. It actually changes the whole theme of it. I'm not sure if this one changed. I think it did. I think you can see it looks like it has been cooked. It's quite hard to tell, but it does look like it has changed. So here we have the pizza cutter. It does spin, and it's a lovely addition to the set because it matches the pizza and a lot of the other items in the set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this small storage compartment unit, and I'll add that, and I'll close it like so. So remember when I put the ice cubes in the fridge earlier in the video? Let me show you how that works. So there's a small little dispenser at the front. There's a section to add your cup. There's a total of 2 cups in the set, and they look identical, but I'm just going to be using one for now. And there are 2 buttons at the top. One is for water and one is for ice, and they make the sounds as well. So this one here is for water, if you can hear that, and the other one is for ice cubes. So what you can do is you can add your cup in, and then the ice cube should fall in place, and then while you're doing that, you can also press this to make it sound like the ice cube's falling. And then your cup is completely full, and then you can repeat the whole process by opening it back up, adding the ice cubes, and then adding your cup again. The second item we have here is the island, and it's the other main feature of the kitchen set. I love how this is marble on the top. It makes it look so much like a kitchen. But it is made out of plastic material, so it is completely safe. There's a sink in the middle, and then there is a tap. And I just attached this. There's a small little attachment, so it's easy to add. And you can move this from side to side and remove it as well, so it's easy for washing. I'll add a few smaller accessories to the top here. First off, there is a bowl, and this is a classic decoration bowl. And we also have some lemons. They're all clumped together, so you can't remove them, but they do look very realistic. And the next item that I have here is the mixer. It's a lovely teal color, and what's interesting about it is that there's a total of 2 different options to add, so it depends on what you're baking. There's a small clip on the top. You can attach it like so, and then there's a mixing bowl as well. I've already added in batteries, so it does work, and you can just press the button, and it makes the noise as if you're mixing it. I'll remove that, and I'll add the other one in, and it should make the same noise and make the exact same action as well. So I'll add that in, and then I'll press the button. And that can just sit over on the side here. Over in the front, I'll add the market list, and there are multiple different sheets, so you can write on it. You can write your grocery list, and there's a checkbox to see if you've collected those items, and I love the floral design on the top and the bottom. I'll have that just sitting over here, and then on the other side, I have a plate. There's a total of 2 in the set, but I'll just add 1 there with a pancake, and there's a small butter piece on the top. There are 2 drawers, one on either side, so you're able to place cutlery and maybe even like the pizza cutter that I added over in the storage section on the other side. So there are a total of 2 knives and 2 forks, and I'll add those over in this section. And then on the other side, I'll add the 2 spoons, and they're right over here. And over in this bottom compartment, there's a huge section to display multiple different pieces. And I love how there's shelving units there. So there's a total of 2, and then there's a section to block this in the middle. So on one side, I'll add the pancake mix, and we have nutritional information. It's surprisingly quite a heavy set. It feels like the item is inside, but it's obviously not. We already have the pancakes over there. And the next item I'll add is the pot, because that's currently not on the stove right now. This section is also a really great place to display some cups. So I'll add both of those in, and then the last item over on the other side is the plate. That's the spare one I didn't use on the table. There is a small little hook in the corner here, so you're able to attach the hot pad, and this is really great, especially if you're using the oven so you don't get burnt. There's a floral design, and that matches the cushions. That's a part of the tea time table and chair set, and there's a lovely pink design over on the side. There's a small little attachment so it can be attached, and we can just place it like so. And here we have the back of the island. It continues on with that light purple theme, and there's a storage section in the back, so that's really great to store away some of the larger items like the mixer. I love the detail that they've added over on the side of the island. It's so pretty, and in case if you're wondering, that's actually made out of plastic, and the rest of the structure of the set is not. But I will add a few items here. First off, we have the cloth. It's pink, and there's some detail on the front. And the other item I'll be adding here is a small calendar, and you can write month of, and then you can write the month. And you can just write a small little checklist. And over in the back, there is a sticker compartment, so you can attach it to the freezer, but I won't be adding that for now. I'll just place that over there. There are a total of 3 hooks, so you can display different aprons on the main kitchen set. This set does come with an apron. It's so pretty. It has that same floral design to match the table and chair set. There's Velcro on the top and also Velcro on the back as well. And American Girl is also selling an apron set separate if you'd like to purchase that as well, and you can add that to the kitchen too. And the final addition to the set is the rug. It's such a pretty pink and purple color, and there's a lovely floral design on the front. Overall, I would definitely recommend the set. It is so interactive, and it comes with so many different features. I love the oven and how it changes the color of the food to make it look like it has been cooked, to make it as realistic as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it.